We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Debt ceiling deadlines approaching, Tim Scott enters the presidential race, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. As the debt ceiling deadline approaches, President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy will meet Monday to resume negotiations on the debt ceiling, McCarthy announced on Sunday. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has warned that if the debt ceiling, the amount of money the government is authorized to borrow to pay its obligations, isn't raised, the country could default on its debt as soon as June 1st. Republicans want to cut federal spending and add work requirements for recipients of Medicaid and the Temporary Assistance of Needy Families program in exchange for raising the limit. Biden has said he's open to making some spending cuts as long as Republicans consider raising tax revenues. Meanwhile, uncertainty over whether Congress will raise the debt ceiling is taking a toll on the U.S. economy. Short-term borrowing costs have risen as investors demand higher yields on government bonds, and small businesses are starting to brace for a catastrophic default, delayed payments, and job cuts. Financial markets are still expecting House Republicans and the White House to strike a deal, but the economy is wobbly after bank failures, persistent inflation, and a run of sharp interest rate hikes, and market confidence could turn quickly, according to MFS investment management strategist Robert Almeida. When the herd moves, it tends to move really fast and in a violent way, he said. SpaceX on Sunday launched a 4-person crew on a mission to the International Space Station. The team includes former NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson and 3 paying customers, including stem cell researcher Rayan Banawai, the first woman from Saudi Arabia to go to space. I am very honored and happy to be representing all the dreams and all the hopes of all the people in Saudi Arabia and all the women back home, she told reporters before her journey. The spacecraft docked with the ISS at 9:24 a.m. on Monday, with the crew spending about 8 days there. The trip, dubbed AX-2, was put together by Axiom Space and is the second all-private mission to the ISS. Senator Tim Scott will officially kick off his 2024 presidential campaign Monday in North Charleston, his hometown. Scott launched an exploratory committee earlier this year and will begin his run for the Republican nomination with a record $22 million in the bank, most of it transferred from his Senate election campaign account. Senate Minority Whip John Thune, the number 2 Republican in the state, will be on hand to endorse his colleague at the kickoff. Scott, the only black Republican in the Senate, is entering an increasingly crowded primary field dominated by former President Donald Trump and Governor Ron DeSantis. DeSantis is expected to officially launch his presidential campaign as soon as this week. Finally, Jim Brown, the Cleveland Browns fullback, who crafted a legendary NFL career before becoming a noted civil rights activist and Hollywood star, has died at the age of 87. Brown died this past Thursday at his home in Los Angeles, according to his wife, Monique Brown. Brown played for Cleveland from 1957 to 1965, after a standout career at Syracuse University, and won an NFL championship in 1964. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1971 and is considered among the greatest NFL players ever. Following his retirement, Brown became significantly active in the civil rights movement and became a bona fide action movie star, appearing in over 40 films for various studios. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.